Creating the perfect suburban family! Step 1. Start up your legally obtained copy of The Sims 1 Complete Edition, because if you're going to be pirating something technically classified as abandonware, you may as well play with all of the expansion packs included. Step 2. Select a neighborhood of your choice for your perfect suburban family to reside in. I'd recommend any neighborhood except Neighborhood 3. We don't go to Neighborhood 3. Step 3. It's time to create your idealistic nuclear family. Click on Create a Family to begin your journey. Select a typical North American surname for your family, then move on to creating the first member. At this point, we'll need to make the father, as father knows best. Make sure to name him something common and biblical while also choosing a look that signifies both a casual, neighborly demeanor and the aesthetics of a man looking to provide for his wife and 2.5 children. John Johnson is the breadwinner of the Johnson family. He enjoys barbecues and spending time with his family. But you couldn't have a patriarch without a matriarch, so be sure to create yourself a loving, stay-at-home wife with the exact same personality as the husband. Samantha Johnson is the homemaker of the Johnson family. She enjoys helping out when she can and taking care of her kids. But it wouldn't be a perfect home if you didn't have a perfect family. Go ahead and make your son in the image of the father, making sure he's presentable to your neighbors. John Jr. is a lovable scamp. You can always leave it to him to keep things interesting at the Johnson household. The suburban dream is all about finding balance in life, perfect symmetry. So, in the 2.5 tradition, make yourself a perfect little daughter to complete the holy image of the nuclear family. Abigail enjoys life and sunshine and school, and hopes to be a helpful member of the community when she grows up. And there you have it! Your perfect suburban family. Now onto the main part of the game, where the objective will be to live the exquisite middle-class life you've always dreamed about. White picket fences, white-collar jobs, and maybe even a pet dog somewhere along the way. The suburban dream starts now. Okay, now that we've established the character creation, I'm gonna change the commentary to live, so it's not scripted, so that we can move in our family to a little house I created. Oh, wow. Still have $5,000 to work with. I'm getting really good at creating these houses. Alright, school bus will arrive in an hour. So basically what I'm gonna be doing is going over kind of my design idea here, while also I guess sort of tutorializing while also playing through the game. So basically I was going for, suburbanite. So we have this nice little, I swear, like, I was trying to think of, like, what are suburbs that I have seen? What did they look like? So, like, yellow on the outside with the gray tops kind of thing. And, of course, we have the white picket fence, which I didn't realize we'd be saving so much money having a house like this. So what we can do is do one of these, see? Now, with fences, unlike walls, you can actually go right to the edge, so that if you wanted, you could create a property line of the entire thing. But I kind of like the idea of doing it like this. So now we have that. Yeah, and what I like here is that what I can do is completely wall off. Yeah, okay, so hey, look at me just improvising on the spot. So now the backyard is only available to get to if you live here. What we'll do is we'll start adding stuff in with like a back door here, or maybe at the kitchen. I've always liked that idea. Maybe this kitchen can lead out to a garden, and the back here can lead out to a pool and somewhere to barbecue. But we also, we have a lot of space left still, so I guess if we wanted to, we could put a... Oh yeah, that was something I missed out on. What we could do, what's probably best, is to get ourselves a better bed. A good bed for the adults that are working pays for itself. Like, trust me on that one. There are a couple of things to keep in mind about Sims 1. It's a lot harder than the other games, first of all. What I also, forgot to buy was an alarm clock. Make sure that our guy gets up in the morning. And just for aesthetics sake, I've always kind of liked, little lamp. Look at that. And then, yeah, okay, so here we have the walls and everything. So yeah, I was just kind of like, what's a basic family house, right? So we have the kitchen for Samantha is fully stocked. That's everything you need to make your meals, and then a table to eat them. I'm not sure if they can actually access all of the seats from this position, but you know, basically that's the idea. We have the table, we have 4 chairs, so everybody can sit down. We have the sink, so we can wash it in here. If you don't have that, they'll wash their dishes in the bathroom, and you know, that's awkward. We have the medicine cabinet. We have a toilet and a shower. Pretty basic. We'll upgrade eventually to. We'll need a bigger bathroom, or maybe even a second bathroom when we give these kids a separate room. We'll need to save up a bit of money for that, though. But for now, what we want is we want Samantha, the homemaker, studying cooking. You need at least 3 points to... Basically, 3 points is my takeaway, you know, so that you're not starting a fire in your house, because that's what happens usually. With cheap stoves and just beginning. And, okay, so what we'll get the kids doing, maybe... Oh, I don't know. Maybe Junior can play with his action figure while Abigail plays with the dollhouse. And John has to get a job. We know he has to get a job, but he can't get a job unless he has a computer, which is too expensive for us. Or the paper girl will come around with a newspaper. It'll only have 1 job in it. But what we're hoping for, actually, is... oh, it got canceled out. So... try that again. It's awkward because you only have 1 thin door, right? There you go. Okay, so, alright, now that we're all inside, he's gonna say, what's this? He's gonna say it's nice, you know, whatever. We'll study mechanical. Mechanical, ultimately is a saver of money in the long run, too. Because you can fix your stuff instead of having to buy new ones or hiring a repairman. But cooking, you have to have cooking. Hunger is affected by it, and whether or not the stove lights on fire is affected by it. Mechanical, of course, comes into play in several careers as well. So that's always something to keep in mind, is that certain careers will need certain skills, and you'll want to keep on top of that. Certain careers will also need like certain numbers of family relationships, which starts to get a little bit awkward. Because those can be hard to actually keep, because you have to maintain the relationship. So another thing to keep in mind is, I think, yeah, I haven't bought a phone for the family yet, which we can use to call a cab. And what the cab can do is take us to Old Town or New Town, Downtown, which are the expansion packs. We can get some new outfits for people, but that's probably the easiest place to meet people and keep relationships, start relationships, at least that I find. But yeah, as we keep going, you know, we'll wanna fill out the backyard a fair bit here. We'll want to put like a swimming pool and lots of trees. Something to keep in mind is like yard. Like in this little house area, it's like how well your layout's doing, how well your yard's doing. Our size is actually pretty decent, all things considered. The layout, I always have trouble with the layout because layout actually depends on the arrangement of the furniture and like how easy it is to go from place to place to place, like as you're doing it. So, like this is why you would have your fridge right next to your counter so that when you take out your food, you go to the counter, you cut it up. Then you have the stove right next to that. That's where you would cut up from that position. Or not cut up, you know, you would start cooking from that position. See, I don't like the idea of neighbors coming over and being friends with these guys because it's always the same 2 guys. It's always Brad and Tiffany come over to say hi. And I would rather go downtown and meet like a dozen different people. Oh, that's another way we can meet people, is the Magic Box here actually gives you a free teleportation device to Magic Town, which is the Make and Magic expansion pack where you have wizards and everything, where you can meet, you know, a bunch of wacky characters in like dresses like that. And the thing about the Make and Magic thing is that that box actually has like a fancy end table. It has like a spell maker and something else, basically. So you can sell those things once you take them out for free cash, but I don't know if you would see that as like a cheat code of some kind. Which, yeah, I know that's kind of lame to say. I mean, of course, I know about Rosebud. But I like to make the houses actually affordable, because what I find with the pre-made houses is that the pre-made houses, for some reason, they're like 19,000 is like for the cheapest, and then it's like, okay, now I have $0 to spend on furniture. So, you know, basically, budgeting reasons, you can't always have a mansion. I mean, you can make your money and then move them out. That's a way. That's a way to keep it, but I don't know. Basically, the Make and Magic thing, what we could do is delete it entirely. Like, delete the box entirely so that it's not even an issue. And then we don't have to, like, you know, deal with the moral consequences of having those magic items. But, I don't know, Making Magic's cool, but if you want just your typical suburbanite family, then, you know, you might as well just, you know, not bother.